The Lega candidate, who is running for a seat in Italy's next elections, has long been a prominent opponent of the euro and has repeatedly expressed criticism of the Eurozone. Mr. Bagnai said studies from renowned researchers such as Vladimiro Giacché, Luciano, Barra, Caracciolo and Giuseppe Guarino have proved the European project is incompatible with our constitution. Research from the International Monetary Fund IMF show that joining the Eurozone kickstarted a desegregation of the economic structures of member states. That means the Eurozone benefits stronger countries and harms weaker members. Right to get the Italian election. Alberto Bagnai said EU reforms were a disaster for the Italian economy. Mr. Bagnai is also the author of anti-euro landmark text Euro's Sunset: How and Why the End of the Common Currency Would Save Europe's Democracy and Welfare. The Italian professor turned politician also backed his party leader Matteo Salvini for planning for a future outside of the Eurozone. Speaking to the Lega's online publication Il Populista, Mr. Bagnai continued Matteo Salvini's stance on euro and the European Union is absolutely moderate and prudent because he is planning on what to do should it be impossible to stop the desegregation of the Eurozone. The process could be stopped if the Central European countries became willing to cooperate with peripheral Europe. But we see each and every day that this willingness is lacking. Instead, we are witnessing Brussels getting ready to further tighten the banking system to put us on our knees, something our current government appears to be utterly oblivious to. The European project is incompatible with our constitution. Alberto Bagnai. Both the PD and technical governments have moved forward with the economic program proposed by the European Central Bank (ECB) in 2011. Whatever the ECB asked for has been done except changing the constitution. The European Union asked for these changes 7 years ago and 7 years later we see what they produced: a disaster, a desert in the Italian economy. This agenda is wrong because it keeps the state from having those buffers that allow intervening to support the economy in crisis. The heavily Eurosceptic Lega is a key member of a centre-right coalition which polls suggest will win most seats on March 4th vote but probably fall short of a working majority. Mr. Salvini added it was only a matter of time before the euro collapsed and that he was preparing an emergency exit for the Italians. He said, "We don't have a euro in our pockets. We have a German mark which they called the euro.